Good morning. My name is Stacy Wood. I'm a Public Information Officer for Buncombe County Government, and this is your community briefing for Wednesday, December 11th. Admiral Pender is not here with us again today, so I have the wonderful privilege of delivering the county's report. I'll start out with a note about some fire marshal outreach happening currently. Buncombe County fire marshals are performing safety inspections of all privately owned damaged bridges that have been reported via the Buncombe County Damage Assessment Form. To report your property in the damage assessment form, visit buncombecounty.org, or you can call the One Buncombe Call Center at 828-250-6100, and they will assist you in filling out that form. During this time, fire marshals will be knocking on doors of impacted households to share information about available FEMA resources for bridge repair via public assistance or individual assistance. And now we'll provide an update on the transition to FCC, the county's new trash and recycling pickup provider. We understand that some residents have experienced challenges during the transition from WastePro to FCC Environmental Services for trash and recycling services. So Buncombe County is actively working with FCC to address these concerns to ensure a smooth process for everyone. Many of you might not, some of you might not have been able to reach FCC via phone. We experienced a large spike in calls early this week, and we have shared your frustrations with FCC, and they have added more staff to their call center to address these issues. Now there are over 20 staff and more coming online as we speak to answer calls. So hopefully you will see a reduction in the call wait time if you contact FCC. If you have not yet received your new cans, rest assured they are being delivered throughout the month of December. In the meantime, if you have no carts and your pickup day is coming up, please place bagged trash on your curb for pickup on the day of collection. And here's some progress that we can report out on from FCC. So on Monday, WastePro removed 4,395 carts from the Monday routes, and on Tuesday, FCC delivered 4,177 carts to those Monday routes. By design, FCC typically runs one day behind WastePro on replacing carts, and FCC will be working on Saturdays and Sundays to complete these deliveries. To date, WastePro has removed more than 22,000 carts, and FCC has delivered more than 19,000 carts. If you have been previously unsuccessful in efforts to contact FCC or WastePro about an issue, or if you have questions about the transition in general, you can call the One Buncombe Call Center at 828-250-6100. Once we log your issue, the solid waste team will triage the issue appropriately. Now we're going to switch to different forms of assistance. So good news for those of you who have not yet applied for disaster unemployment assistance. The North Carolina Department of Commerce has reopened and extended disaster unemployment assistance until January 7th, 2025. If Helene caused you to lose your job or interrupted your employment, you may be eligible for disaster unemployment assistance, or DUA. This is a federal program that provides temporary payments for people who meet one of the following conditions: no longer have the job that provided their primary source of income, are unable to reach their place of employment, cannot work because of an injury caused by the storm, were unable to begin employment or self-employment due to the storm, have become the main supplier of household income due to a storm-related death. To find out more, you can visit www.des.nc.gov/DUA, or you can call the DUA hotline in English, that is 919-629-3857. And in Spanish, you can call 919-276-5698. These lines are open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m., Saturday, 8 to 5, and Sunday, noon to 4. All of this information will be on our website at buncombecounty.org as well. Now, informational grants currently open in Buncombe County. The first one is the Helene Recovery Assistance. The first one is the Helene Recovery Housing Assistance Grant, which provides up to 3 months of support for rent, mortgage payments, or utility bills. And applications are open until December 18th at 5 p.m. To be eligible for this grant, housing assistance grant, you must have lived in Buncombe County prior to September 26, 2024. Your finances must have been negatively impacted by Hurricane Helene. Your income must be within 80% of the area median income. For example, this is $74,800 per year for a family of 4. So the grant doesn't cover things like debris removal, energy costs such as fuel, oil, internet, property taxes, credit card bills, insurance, or lost food from the storm. Other programs like FEMA disaster assistance and private property debris removal may help with those issues. While funds are limited, we encourage you to apply if you meet the eligibility requirements that I just mentioned. And you can do this at buncombecounty.org. Another program can assist landowners with repairing damage that is threatening their property's safety. The USDA Emergency Watershed Protection Program is online. Buncombe County residents affected by Hurricane Helene may qualify for the USDA Emergency Watershed Protection Program. It covers assistance for debris-clogged waterways, unstable stream banks, severe erosion impacting public infrastructure, windborne debris removal, and steep slopes at risk of sliding. Damage must pose a threat to existing structures or infrastructure. To apply, you can submit damage information via the county's property damage form. And that link should be on the screen. The QR code should be up on the screen. We will also add this link to the chat. When submitting your information, please include photos of the damage. You can also fill out the form by phone by calling the One Buncombe Call Center, 828-250-6100. And now information on a program that can help with heating bills. The Low-Income Energy Assistance Program. And while it's not related directly to Helene recovery, the state's Low-Income Energy Assistance Program is also available to help with heating bills. The Low-Income Energy Assistance Program is now accepting applications for one-time heating bill help for low-income households, and those payments will go directly to the vendor. Households including a person age 60 or older, a disabled person receiving services through the NC Division of Aging and Adult Services are eligible to sign up for assistance now until December 31st. And all other households may apply for this program starting January 1st until March 31st or until funds are exhausted. Apply online at epass.nc.gov or by phone at 828-250-5500. You can also apply in person at 40 Cox Avenue in downtown Asheville from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Now here's some important information on a program if Helene left debris on your property. Buncombe County has 2 ways that we can help you clean up. One is through the right-of-way debris pickup, and another is through the private property debris removal program. Both of these programs are free. First, we will touch on curbside or right-of-way debris pickup. If you have storm debris that you are able to move to the right-of-way, this is the easiest way to get rid of it. Some guidelines on this so that crews can safely and efficiently pick up debris should be shown here on the screen. Please place your debris within 10 feet of the right-of-way so that trucks are able to pick them up with their grapple hooks. I think that's what they're called. We ask that you separate debris into large appliances, construction materials, vegetative debris, hazardous waste, and electronics. And we have heard that Buncombe County is blessed with many low-hanging power lines, which can hamper removal. So as you can see on the graphic, please try to place the debris away from any low-hanging power lines. We continue to see that this is an issue in our community. So just please be aware of that for right-of-way pickup. Crews are making rounds across the county and they'll keep coming back. So no rush to get this all out at once. Service is totally free and there's no sign up required. The debris meter should be up on the screen here. As of Monday, December 9th, we have collected 465,121 cubic yards of debris collectively in Buncombe County, Black Mountain, and the city of Asheville. So a debris removal program that you do need to sign up for is the private property debris removal program. So if you are unable to move storm debris into the right-of-way, or if there are unsafe structures that need to come down, you may be eligible to have this debris removed. You'll need to sign a right of entry form to allow cleanup crews onto your property. This is a voluntary agreement and you can opt out anytime before work begins. If you would like to apply, visit one of these application centers at the Asheville Mall, Barnersville Fire Department, Swannanoa Fire and Rescue and the Fairview Library. Swannanoa Fire and Rescue is at B Tree. So just to clarify that. And you can also apply at the Fairview Library. You can also apply online at buncombeready.org. And for questions about PPDR or other debris removal, you can call the One Buncombe hotline. Community care stations. So 4 community care stations are still active in our community at Morgan Hill Baptist Church, Bethel United Methodist, Owen Pool, Fairview Ingalls at 225 Charlotte Highway, otherwise referred to as the Ringles. Lots of conversation about how we're going to refer to that location. But again, these 4 areas continue to be open to serve our community from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., 7 days a week, to continue to serve residents in these high impact areas. We will continue to keep you posted when and if there are any changes to these sites. I have some good news to share about our libraries. All Buncombe County libraries are now open on their regular schedule, except for Swannanoa Library. The Swannanoa Library team is working hard behind the scenes to prepare for reopening. Libraries are offering several popular holiday events, and you can find a schedule of those events and reserve meeting rooms at buncombe.librarycalendar.com. Except for locations where recovery activities are ongoing, such as Fairview Library, Swannanoa Library, meeting rooms are available for community bookings as usual. The new online meeting room reservations platform went live right before the storm, so people can check room availability and submit their booking requests through the website. And our popular Zoom Pass program is still on pause due to the ticketing software vendor closing their operations. We are evaluating options now and plan to resume the program as soon as possible. Parks and Recreation update. The Parks and Recreation Department is actively coordinating with the Army Corps of Engineers and General Services to continue to remove debris from park areas. This process is essential in assuring that public spaces are safe and accessible. Many of you have asked about the parks. So the Parks Department, we get a lot of questions about parks and when everything is going to reopen. So the parks is working with an arborist to assess the health and stability of trees within the parks. This evaluation will help to ensure that any potentially hazardous trees are identified and addressed before parks can safely reopen to the public. The combined efforts of debris removal and tree safety evaluations are critical steps in restoring the parks to full use and ensuring the safety of visitors. And we will continue to work to open parks as safely and as efficiently as possible. And we would like to remind the community that we would like to remind residents that the Festival of Lights is happening now at Lake Julian, now through December 23rd, each night from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Tuesday is Buncombe County nights, so all Buncombe County residents get into this awesome light show for free. One last note, a quick weather update. In light of the recent rainfall, with up to 2 inches of rain in some areas of our county, a general takeaway should be that some streams may behave differently than pre-Helene. Because of the large amount of debris in our local waterways, we can expect that some areas may respond differently during these rain events. Rainfall, so given the amount of debris in the waterway, rainfall may constitute flooding at lower levels than pre-Helene. Buncombe County Emergency Services will continue to monitor the weather and form action plans in conjunction with the National Weather Service and in coordination with local observations. This is just for situational awareness, and we just want to encourage the public to be aware of these new dynamics in our surrounding landscape. And now we will hear updates from Deborah Campbell, City of Asheville City Manager, and then we will hear an update from Clay Chandler.
Thank you, Stacy, and good morning. My name is Deborah Campbell. As you've heard, I serve as the city manager of the city of Asheville. As usual, I want to start by thanking everyone in the community for your continued support and your ongoing efforts to contribute to our community's recovery from Tropical Storm Helene. We are now on day 77 of our emergency response and recovery efforts. Today, I will have brief updates on storm debris removal, a new way to stay informed about the city's recovery efforts via an online engagement hub, and an upcoming holiday skate jam event to happen this Saturday, December 14th. But first, I'll turn it over to Water Public Information Officer Clay Chandler, who will share updates on the city's increased capacity for lead, test kit distribution, and pickup. Clay.
Thank you, Ms. Campbell. Excuse me. All right. Like the city manager said, we've got some new information for our customers who have already requested a lead test kit from us. Starting December 12th, that's tomorrow, lead test kits for customers who have already requested one will be available for pickup at 4 locations throughout the city. Using a list of customers who have already requested a kit, an AVL alert will be sent to customers a day before their scheduled pickup time and designated location. The locations are Asheville City Hall, 70 Court Plaza, and that's open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And I think I mentioned this before, but again, there's a couple of parking spots outside City Hall that are designated for people picking up a lead test kit. Other locations are North Asheville Library, 1030 Merriman Avenue, East Asheville Library, 3 Avon Road, and West Asheville Library at 942 Haywood Road. Personnel from Texas-based Sullivan Land Services, whose specialties include disaster response, will staff the 3 libraries and handle the daily task of getting the completed test kits to the lab for analysis. Asheville Fire Department is providing logistics and operations support. We certainly appreciate Chief Case and his team helping us out with that. This system will allow completed test kits, again, for customers who have already requested one, to reach the lab for analysis sooner, which in turn will start the 4 to 6 week clock for results quicker than it has to this point. The last day for pickup for this pool of customers will be December the 19th, and the last day for drop off for this pool of customers will be December the 21st. It's worth noting again that this system at these locations is only for customers who have already requested a test kit. If you haven't requested one but would like to, the best way to do that is still by calling 828-259-5962 or emailing leadprevention@asheville.nc.gov. And that's it for my brief update today. And I'm going to turn it back over to Ms. Campbell.
Thanks, Clay. I will start my remarks with a brief update on storm debris removal. To date, our debris contractors have collected 175,685 cubic yards of storm debris, as you can see from the graphic. Today, the contractor will have 44 trucks running. The trucks will be in the following zones: 2 in Zone 1, West Asheville, 1 in Zone 2, West Asheville, north of Haywood Road, 13 in Zone 3, downtown Asheville, 7 in Zones 4 and 5, north and northeast Asheville, 15 in Zone 6, East Asheville. Additionally, Zone 6 will have 4 mud silt crew operating 12 dump trucks, 6 in Zone 7 and 8, which is southeast Asheville. 3 debris separation crews and 8 tree crews will operate in multiple zones as well. As a reminder, we ask the community not to park cars in front of storm debris piles to ensure that crews can collect storm debris. Today, I would like to announce the launch of the Asheville Recovers Engagement Hub. Key features of the hub include updates on progress for the recovery focus areas, and I'll give you those focus areas just shortly. A place for users to ask questions and get answers through an interactive forum. The opportunity to sign up to receive email updates on the areas of recovery that matter most to you. And again, the focus areas of recovery include the following: housing, storm debris, economic recovery, water recovery, infrastructure, natural and cultural resources, and functional support, which includes cost recovery, community capacity building, administrative support, data, and communication. The Engagement Hub can be found by visiting www.publicinput.com/Asheville Recovers. We encourage our community to bookmark this site and share it with friends and family to stay connected through the recovery process. And now I'd like to share a fun holiday event that is being hosted by Asheville Parks and Recreation and the Harris Cherokee Center, Asheville. This Saturday, December 14th, Harris Cherokee Center, located at 87 Haywood Street, will be the site of a holiday skate jam. The skating rink will be located inside the Harris Cherokee Center, Asheville, in the arena. I encourage the community to come together for holiday music, festive decor, and a fun skate night. Please bring your own inline or roller skates, as there will be limited availability of skates for rent on a first come, first serve basis. This is a free event and open to all ages. Additionally, parking is available for free at the Harris Cherokee Center garage. And in closing, I'd like to thank the mayor, city council, our local, state, and federal partners, our for-profit and nonprofit partners, and the community. Although we have a long way to go, we are making steady progress, and we will build back better. Turn it back over to Stacy.
Okay, so we shared a lot of information today. You can find all of this information online at buncomready.org or buncombecounty.org. And remember, if you have Helene-related questions, questions about debris, questions about the emergency watershed program, if you need to report storm damage, or if you have questions about the FCC transition, you can call the One Buncombe Call Center at 828-250-6100, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. To apply for the Helene Recovery Housing Assistance Grant, you can call 828-250-5500. And to apply for disaster unemployment assistance, you can call in English you can call 919-629-5500. 3857. And for Spanish language, you can call 919-276-5698. Thank you so much for joining us. We will be back again tomorrow at 11 a.m. Thank you. Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot to open it up to questions from members. I was so excited to be moving on to the next thing in my day. So members of the media who may be on the line, have any questions?
Hey, Stacy, it's Taylor with News 13. I know you're trying to forget about me, but I'm here.
Hey, Taylor. Hey, Taylor.
Hey, real quick, just for some clarification for debris removal. So for residents, so when it comes to right-of-way debris removal, is it two separate things for City of Asheville residents and Buncombe County residents? Is it two separate, or are you guys working together?
We are working together.
Okay.
This process is the same for the City of Asheville, all unincorporated areas of Buncombe County and the town of Black Mountain.
Awesome. And then, so I've just talking to some residents who were able to move their debris to the right of way. I know this is such a lengthy process and there's so much debris to pick up, but they're kind of like, okay, it's been out there for a bit. Is there any timeline they're able to give us of when they think the debris will be picked up? Is there any sort of timeline available?
Not at this time, Taylor. What I will say is, rough estimates is the first pass could be completed towards the end of December.
And there's nothing.
As many passes as needed to pick up all debris that is in the right of way as needed into the future.
And for those residents that were able to move their debris to the right of way, there's nothing they need to do when it comes to reaching out to you guys or anything. It's just as long as it's in the right of way, it will get picked up.
I appreciate the question, and we are hearing, folks who want to report hot spots where we might need to focus some effort that maybe we've missed or haven't been able to get to for whatever reason. So we are working to firm up that process and should have more information in tomorrow's briefing around how to report those areas.
Thank you so much, Stacy.
Yeah, thanks, Taylor.
Stacy, it's John Boyle from Asheville Watchdog. Got a couple quick questions for Clay.
Okey doke.
Morning, John.
Good morning, Clay. The storm we're having, it makes me wonder if it affected the turbidity at North Fork.
That is a really good question. Because it is super, super windy and has been for a few hours now. I feel like we'll have a pretty good idea later in the afternoon, maybe tomorrow morning, see what the turbidity readings are.
Do you know what it was this morning?
I don't know what it was this morning. Late yesterday afternoon, it was 11.7, but I've not looked at our system status sheet since I've been at work this morning.
Okay.
It's hovering basically between like 11.5 and 12 the past few days.
Okay. And is the Corps of Engineers, is that filtration system operating now?
It's not fully operational. They're trying to get what they call their recipe correct, which is to get the pH of the water exactly where it needs to be. If we were in an emergency situation, it would be up and running. But since it's not needed immediately, they can sort of dot all the I's and cross all the T's more than once.
Okay. All right. Thank you. That's all I got.
We did have a question from social media for Clay. We have someone asking, they have their water through Woodfin Water, but they know that mixes with the North Fork, and they had requested a lead test kit, but hadn't heard back, and they're wondering if they're eligible for that free test kit. And I imagine there might be some other folks watching.
Yeah. So Water Resources, we're only giving test kits out to people who get a water bill from us. But every public water utility has to follow what's called the lead and copper rule. And that's the rule that these test kits are distributed under. So if they get their bill from, would you say Woodfin? If they get their bill from Woodfin, they should be able to call Woodfin and request a test kit.
Any other questions?
We have one more from social about the FCC transition. We have some folks who had their carts collected on just trash week, and so their recycling bin wasn't collected. What should they do?
They should put their bag trash out at the curb, move their recycling to the collection spot, and proceed as usual. That would be my,
So Waste Pro will do another pass
Waste-
to get anything they missed.
yes, Waste Pro will continue to service all Buncombe County, unincorporated areas of Buncombe County throughout the month of December. Okay. Not, oh, Angelica? Anything else?
We have one question in the chat from the media. Can you discuss the closing of the 2 FEMA pop-ups in Franklin and Bryson City?
I would direct you to the FEMA Office of Public Affairs for that information. Anything else? Okay. Well, that is the end of our report for today. Officially, goodbye. Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow at 11.